everyone, today's video is going to be an update on my makeup use up for 2019. So I started this in January, and what I did is I made goals for each makeup item or category, I guess is a better word. And I made those numbers and goals based on what I used up in 2018. So I did this in 2018. And what I did is however many I actually used up, I added one to, because every year I want to be using up more items than the previous years. And the reason I want to do that is because I know I have a lot of makeup that I had at the beginning of 2018. So theoretically, I've used it a little more. It's definitely getting older. So hopefully I can be getting it more and more out of my collection so I can have a newer, fresher collection. And because I am doing a no-buy, I was hoping that that would help me by not bringing in more items so I can use up what I have even easier. So that's the goal. But anyway, I have I have some pretty lofty goals, some of which I don't know if I'm gonna make. We are 4 months through the year already, so that's kind of crazy, and some of them I'm on track to. A couple I've already actually hit my goal on, which means that I guess my goal wasn't hard enough, but again, I just did it based on what I had used up the previous year, so that made sense to me. I will go ahead and let you know that I should be doing a 6-month update in June, but I will not be here. I know I say this in every one of my videos, but just in case you didn't know and you haven't seen it and you're like, hey, I will be gone for 3 months. I'm going up to Northern Michigan to collect data for my dissertation. So I will not be wearing makeup or doing anything like that. I'll be at a field station looking a little rough for 3 months, but I'm so excited to do it. But that means that your next update will be an 8-month update at the end of August. So just know we're gonna be skipping the 6 month. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the update. So this is everything that I had used up by April 30th of this year, of 2019. So my face primer goal for the whole year was 9. Before, by February, I'd already used up 1, and I've actually used up 4 in the past 2 months. So let's go ahead and get into it. I used up the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I used this up in my Disney 101 Project Pan. I love this primer. I think it's such an excellent primer. It is my favorite. It is real bougie, I know, and very expensive, but it's totally worth it to me because I can honestly tell the difference in the longevity of my makeup when I use this primer. So I cannot recommend it highly enough. I also used up this IpKN New York color correcting primer, again in that Disney 101 Project Pan for the movie Flubber. I did like this. It did help cancel out some of my redness, but I would not purchase this because it made my makeup last not near as long. So that's not good. It's kind of the opposite of the YSL. I want my makeup to last longer. This made it slip right off my face, and I have normal to dry skin. So if you had oily skin, I don't know what it would do to you. Oh, I was trying to put it back in my drawer. Then I used up the Dior Forever and Ever Base to Tint. I don't really remember this. I mean, I vaguely remember it being smoothing, so I did like it, but I'm sure this is real expensive, and I like the YSL a lot, and I feel like it's going to be really hard to top this. And the last one I used up is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Now, I obviously do count these foil packets because when I do my makeup inventory, or when I have my list of every single makeup item I own, I count this as one. So I count this as one every time. I don't like to try to break it up like that. If I have it, it's 1. So that means that I have used up 5 primers, which means I'm definitely on track to use up 9 by the end of the year. For foundations and BB creams, I had already, I hadn't used up any, and my goal was 15, again, because I have those little foil packets. And this time I actually did use up 1. This is not a foil packet, as you can tell. It's a full-size item. It's the Pond's Luminous Finish BB Plus. I love this BB cream. You can no longer buy it, which is unfortunate, but it's a great one, so I really liked that. For concealer, my goal is to use up 4. I had used up 1 at the beginning, or by February, and I haven't used up any this month, so I'm still at 1. For powder, my goal is 7. I haven't used up a single powder, so we're just gonna keep on tracking, and eventually I'll use some up, I know. For blush, bronzer, and highlighter, we'll just get all 3 of those out of the way. My goal is 2 for each of those categories, and I haven't used up any in any of those categories. Now, I am currently panning cream blushes and cream products and powder products, so hopefully that'll help me use it up a little quicker or get to that 2. For eye primers, my goal is 4. Before this, I had used up none, and I actually have used up 1. now. This is the Trina Tarantino Doll Skin Eye Primer. Do not like it. Do not recommend. I used it up in my Disney project pan. So that was good, but it's gone and I will not miss that. For cream eyeshadow, my goal is to use up 2. I haven't used up any, but I am panning 1. For pigments, my goal is to use up 1. So I have these, certain things have a goal of 1, because that means I didn't use up any in the whole year of 2018, which I know sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous to me, but there you go. So again, my goal for pigments is 1, and I have not used up 1. For eyeshadows, my goal is 1, because I did not use up a single eyeshadow in 2018. And I know to some people that's just absurd, because they're like, I go through eyeshadows all the time. I don't know. I wear a lot of eyeshadow, as you can tell, but I just didn't use up any. But in the last 2 months, I did finally use up an eyeshadow, so I have already met this goal. Which again, I realized to some people, it's like, well, your goal was 1, so that was kind of easy. But it wasn't for me. So I used up this shade in the Lorac Beauty and the Beast palette. It's the shade Enchanting. So this was my Pan That palette for like 14 months. But I just, when I was panning this, I got to where I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I wasn't enjoying putting on my makeup even anymore. So I decided to stop panning this, so I did keep it, and you know, I'm still working on it. But before then, I did finish up the shade Enchanting. It's completely gone. So that means that this, I have hit my goal. I've used up an eyeshadow. Just so excited about that. For gel and liquid eyeliners, my goal was 1, and I haven't used up any. For mascara, my goal is 11. I had used up 1 by the last time, and I haven't used up any more, so I've used up 1 for the year. For pencil eyeliners, my goal is 1, and I have already met that goal. I used up the Sonia Kashuk Plummy Bronze eyeliner. The pencil is stuck in there, and there's just no getting it out. You can tell it's tea-weeny, so completely used that up, and I am happy to have that out of my collection, because that was an old product. And now I've hit my goal on, on my eyeliner, so that's good. And just to be clear, just because I hit my goal doesn't mean I'm just like gonna stop using those items or not try to get even better, but I've already hit my goal, which makes me feel good. For eyebrow, my goal was 6, and I have used up 2, so I used up one side, the clear mascara side of this e.l.f. like duo. One's a clear brow gel, one's a clear mascara. It's fine. It's a little too liquidy, so like if you get a little excessive, you'll end up with like your eyebrows up here, and I don't know about you, but that's not the look I go for. So it's a little hard to work with, but it's fine and it's cheap. And I also used up this sample of the Benefit Gimme Brow Plus. I love Gimme Brow. I think it's a great product. I can use Gimme Brow and not have anything else in my brow, so it's a really easy product for me, so I'm a fan. So yeah, like I said, I used up 2. For lip treatments, my goal is 3. I used up 2 last time, and I haven't used up any since then, because, you know, it's one of those things where, like, everything got used up at the same time, so now I'm working on a lot of new items. And chapstick takes forever to use up, as you probably know. For lip liners, my goal is 2, and I have already used up 1. So this is the Urban Decay lip liner in the shade Ozone. You might be like, hey girl, you could sharpen that again. But this doesn't, this twists itself, so you can't put it in a sharpener and twist it, because it just twists the bottom. I even tried to use tweezers. It hurt my hand so much, but I tried. It wasn't working, so we're calling this done. Again, it's a very old product in my collection, so I'm happy to see it gone. It also was weird, because it's supposed to be clear, but sometimes it would look kind of white, and I had like this weird white reverse lip line around my lips. I wasn't a fan of this. Do y'all see that I just like completely missed a spot in my lipstick? That's cute, right? I'm just gonna cover that up. Oh, there we go. That's what you want. Oh, lipstick, man. What are you gonna do about it? There, now I don't have like just a gaping hole in the middle of my lipstick, because that's not really the goal. That's not the look I go for, at least. All right. So I have used up 1, so I'm halfway there. For lip products, this is colored lip products. My goal is 6, and I haven't used up any. I have the hardest time using up lip products. I'm really, really close to using up this liquid lipstick, so I'm hoping it'll be gone real soon, but, you know, we're just gonna have to see what happens. For nail polish, my goal is 5, and I haven't used up any. For setting sprays, my goal is 8, and I have gone ahead and used up 1. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Now, I will go ahead and say that I do not believe that I will hit this goal. And that's not because I'm like down on myself or I don't think I can do it. It's because last year at this time, I had quite a few mini setting sprays, and so I used up a lot. This time I don't have any minis. I only had one. I've used it up, so I've had to buy a new one. So I'll be surprised if I use up that many just because I'm starting only buying brand new ones. So we'll see. But it's still a good goal, and I've used one up, so that's exciting. For fragrance, my goal is 10. Before this, I had used up 1, and now I have used up 3 more, and they are 3 little baby samples, but you know what? They're still gone, so they're worth celebrating. I really like all 3 of these. First, I have the Elizabeth & James Nirvana Bourbon. Really nice scent. This is a very like deep scent, and I think it's nice. Then I have the Victor & Roth Flower Bomb Nectar. I don't like this as much as like the original Flower Bomb, but it's still pretty good. And then I have the YSL Black Opium. Again, I like this. It's like a sweeter scent, but it is nice, so I like that. So I've used up 4. Now, for my entire makeup collection numbers, my goal is to get to 1,000, and I don't think I'm going to actually get to 1,000, but like I said, I'm on a no-buy, and so I'm going to be on a no-buy until I hit 1,000, so if I could hit 1,000, that means I can start buying more makeup. So my goal is 1,000. I started with 1,439 items. Last update, I was at 1,409, and now I'm at 1,413. So that means I did actually go up by 4, but one of my subscribers, Amanda, actually sent me the ABH Riviera palette. So that means I brought in 14 items into my collection, plus I had a couple of other things that came in because they were like free gifts with purchases and such. And like I used up that Urban Decay setting spray, so I had to replace it with a different one because otherwise I wouldn't have any setting sprays. So there you go. I have gone up a little bit, but I am confident that I will be able to get down. Am I gonna hit the 1,000? No, I'm not. I think a good goal would maybe be like 1,350. That would be an exciting goal, but we'll just see what happens. But yeah, I'm happy with what I have used up. I think I have worked really hard on getting use out of my makeup and starting to just love my makeup again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And I'll just see you all real soon. Bye.